Oh my gosh, I just met Bob Wells. Bob Wells came down for a meet and greet, and I got to pet Cody, which was awesome. Cody is the sweetest dog ever. He just came right up to me and let me pet him. But anyway, trying to catch up on these videos. So here's day 3 of my travels. All right, I'm really enjoying WRTR, getting a lot of information. It's great. All right, check it out. So I've made it to Southern California, that's where I ended my last video. So I'm starting this one the morning of day 3 of travel. It's the 30th. It's December 30th. But anyway, I am on my way. What I think I'm going to actually do, because I've been trying to figure out a good, middle fun stopping point, is to stop in Anaheim and then drive to Parker, which will get me across the Arizona line. I'm about a little over an hour outside of Anaheim, and I'm just going to stop there for the Planet Fitness and... yeah, Planet Fitness, and then I might walk around a little bit just because I've been stuck driving so long and I just kind of want to get out and walk. I was going to look at the lake near here, but just looking at it on Google Maps, it seems like kind of a pain to get to and deal with. Whereas if I go to Anaheim, I can stop at a Planet Fitness, get in the familiar, a shower, and then maybe just walk around. Unfortunately, it's like Disney Town, so there isn't much to do that's not giving $1 billion to Disney. But I still think it'll be pretty cool to know I got that close to California. Just a side story about my mom. When I was a kid, my mom promised we were always going to go to Disneyland in Florida. And like some parents do, they don't like to admit weakness. And my mom was actually afraid to fly. And I found this out later on when I was an adult. And I think she was genuine. She planned to take me, as she said, when I was old enough to appreciate it. So she didn't want to take me when I was too young. And then time just passed, and next thing I knew, I was in high school. Now the thing is, I would have went in high school. How would go now? But she was like, oh, you're by the time I hit high school and into college, she's like, well, soon you'll be old enough to take yourself. And I think it was her way of avoiding ever getting on a plane. My mom had this fear of going someplace and not knowing where she was. And maybe that came from being a foster child who was pumped around to different homes for most of her life. And didn't get to control her surroundings, but she really liked the idea of not being in a place that she wasn't familiar with. She went to New York once, and didn't like it, apparently. Whenever she talked about traveling, she definitely didn't talk about it in a positive light, so it just wasn't her thing. But I always wanted to go to Disney in Florida because we were on the East Coast, so it was easier to go down the coast and go across the country. But basically it never happened. Not on by plane, train, or automobile. And then she was like, well, you're old enough to take yourself. And also between me being young and me being an adult, she became a foster child and a foster parent, which was something she always wanted to be because she had been a foster child and she wanted to provide a stable home for other foster children. And eventually she adopted my sisters. And I was in high school by then, so I spent most of my youth as an only child, but eventually I had siblings, which is hard to explain to people depending on what stage of my life I'm storytelling, and then I have to backtrack and explain. But now that I've meandered, and also this is one of those times I'm talking to you guys so I can wake up. The thing is, it just never happened. I never got any close to Disney in Florida. And I definitely, honestly, never thought I'd get anywhere near Disney in California. And now I actually am near Disney in California. So even if I can't even mildly foot the bill to be in Disney, what I can do is go to Anaheim. There's a Planet Fitness there, so I can take a shower, and then I can just take some time to walk around and not be in the car. I'm actually making great time. I'll no problem be in Arizona by New Year's, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty satisfied and ready for this journey to continue. Oh, by the way, I ended up staying at the Pilot rest stop. There's other people sleeping here, obviously, so it wasn't that big a deal. It was a great stumble. But I need to get myself together for another travel day and get some breakfast, maybe. Possibly. Yeah. All right, and little buddy has been warming up the van while I've been sitting here talking to you. So, yeah. So the cool thing about this Flying J Pilot location is, not only did I sleep in my van, there was a bunch of people like sleeping in vehicles. There were people with blankets pulled over themselves in front car seats. There were people, turn us off for a second so you can hear me better. There were people in like station wagons. There are vans that definitely are Vanlife vans. And it feels suddenly real to be like out here with people who are traveling in some capacity, and just to be in a place where like it's okay, pull up your vehicle and sleep in it, we don't care. So it feels really cool to be sitting here. There's an area for cars, which is where I am, and a bunch of like vans are. There is like a truck entrance spot that I'm separate from, but like I said, it just feels good to be in a place where like other people are sleeping in their vehicles and it's kind of normalized. I'm still not brave enough to like walk up to people even if I suspect they're like a van dweller. I'm hoping RTR will get me out of that. I've definitely a few times was pretty sure somebody was a van dweller, but if they weren't, I didn't want to like insult them by approaching them. One time there was this guy in the Home Depot parking lot who was putting sealant on the top of a shuttle bus. Now, I'm pretty sure it was no longer a bus. It was one of those short shuttle buses, the kind that colleges use or like nursing homes use to like shuttle people around. I really like those, by the way. I don't know how hard they would be to park and pull off stealth in the city, but I really like them. But anyway, he was on the roof putting sealant on it. He was dressed in like khaki shorts and like this like, I don't know, like it was a pattern like shirt. He looked like he was ready to hit the beach. He didn't look like, hey, I'm about to drive this shuttle bus, around town. Now that's just me assuming, but there was just a whole energy about him where I was like, I'm pretty sure that's his house and not a shuttle bus. And I really wanted to be brave enough to just go say hi, and I ended up not doing it. And I still regret that a little bit. One, if it actually was a shuttle bus setup, I really would have liked to see it. So that's the most exciting part about heading out to RTR. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out this parking lot. I have my morning tea. Anaheim, land of Disney. I'm specifically at a Planet Fitness in Anaheim. There was one that was closer to Disney and one that was further away, and I decided to come to the one that's a little bit further away. And there's a sign that says free Wi-Fi. What's up with that? Yay! I do want to get a video up on YouTube before I can continue my journey. But also I want a good shower, and I wasn't going to pay for one at the Pilot. Sorry, I'm not paying $12 when I knew I was headed down the road and there had to be Planet Fitnesses along the way. So I'm going to go in the back of the van, get my shower bag together, because right now it's not prepped. The last shower I had was when I left Maryland, so I was like, Maryland, oh God, I went back in history. When I left Berkeley. So that was, the lighting is so weird. At least it's finally warm. So, before I left Anaheim, I wanted to do something fun. And so I looked on the internet for, like, fun, free things you can do in Anaheim, and found out about this nature center, which has a couple of different trails that don't seem like they're that long. It is, almost 4 o'clock, and I do want to get on the road to Arizona. My plan is just, I'm about 3.5 hours outside of Parker, and I'd love to get into Parker. So my goal is just to do an overnight drive, which I haven't done the whole time. But I've honestly chilled a lot today, and I think I just needed a down day from driving. And my hope is by tomorrow morning I'm in Parker. I really thought I would be leaving Anaheim before this. The Planet Fitness I went to sucked. Oh my goodness, it had 2 broken showers, and the one that I got to work, like, the water was dribbling out, and the knob was kind of broken, and then I got it to run, and I couldn't get it to turn off. So not all Planet Fitnesses are created equal. But either way, I got me a nice shower. Wasn't nice. I got a shower. I don't know about nice. But anyway, did that, and now I'm gonna go check out this nature walk.